Beyond all cultures and social conditioning, we have an innate knowing, the innate knowing within the human experience. We know when we are stepping over our inner boundaries, a way of being. We know when we're riding a place of not on board to our true essence. We know when we're off track, and we know clearly when we're on track. We know when there's truth in being and an absolute knowing through the direct experience of our energy field. And when there's a wondering, if it's from the mind, then allow all the knowing to rest once again in the sacred heart, to allow oneself to drop deeper and see there what rises. See what unfolds and what knowing comes forth. There can be quite some hiding behind what is named as cultural differences. Yet when we open it up, there's a knowing of going against the innate grain of human presence and hiding within the social consciousness of the society, or even what has been as a justified play. Yet we know the invitation is to allow that knowing to rise forth, to be humbled in the sacred prayer of allowing all the seen and unseen to rest in the heart for true sight. To have a look, a sweep, an invitation to your soul to show yourself within your behaviours, within the line of patterning, just simply to see, is there any hiding or justifications of the patterns in the mind and the emotions, the ancestral, the collective, to allow all the hiding to come forth. May we all no longer hide in the old patterns and old ways. And some of these old ways never served. And to allow the old to rise, if it's in play, to be seen, to be held in love. And in this holding in love, this saturation of love, may the divine transcendence be with us to set humanity free. It's clear the whole planet pulse right now is a pulse of such opportunities. The gift within recognizing what is important and what is not. To allow the nonsense to fall away and to rejoice within the simplicity of being one's true nature. A capacity for innate flowing and knowing and understanding beyond the mind. And when this understanding, this insight, this absolute knowing is tried to fit into the mind, there will be suffering, there will be points of tension, and other energetics will come on board within the play. At times we get pushed by the breath of God, and a momentum builds, and the ego and the old patterns can rise, especially if there is a busy, and in this busy the mind will come into play as testing the territory, testing the waters of silence as a direct experience. And in this testing is an opportunity to sight where the mind has come in play and claimed presence, the knowing as its own, has claimed the natural flow to the point of creating a stagnation, a hesitation, an energy build-up that at times can rise forth short of grace. It's a play to really come on board and recognize its presence that is in play. It is only presence that can meet the momentum of the God's breath when God's breath comes in a particular opportunity. To surrender and to recognize presence is all and everything. The divine within, and that mind in the doing is only a function that presence utilizes. Whenever you're challenged, it's an opportunity to take that moment and surrender out of the mind. Awareness, sacred heart, into the silence, and in that simplicity of play, all will be seen. Innate.